Shalom and welcome to Just a Word Prophecy. This is Yahuah along with our sister Kadasa as we are here for yet another prophetic word from the family of Just a Word. Just a Word Prophecy is your channel where we share our prophetic revelations that have been given to the members of our family. We share them with you, and we hope that you will be edified. All right, over to Sister Kadasa as she will be telling us what she has seen. Go ahead.
Thank you. It was this year, 2025, last month. I had a dream where I was talking to this man. The voice said to me, okay, fine, a woman who is not married or a woman who doesn't have a man will never enter Zion. So I said, oh, okay, fine. If I'm not married and I follow the way and I do everything correct, oh, what about me? And then he said, you must live to your priest. A woman who doesn't have a man must live to your priest. And okay, when I was about to ask, to say, what if I have a man, but who doesn't follow the way? What's gonna happen in a situation like that? Then I woke up.
But you didn't get that answer. I was waiting to hear the answer. I was waiting to hear the answer. Man, that one is, we need that part too. Raka Kadosh, Yahuah Sabaoth, Yahushua Mashiach, we need that part too to be answered. Alright, this one is very significant again. All of them significant. Man, I'll tell you, this channel here is going to have all that you need to understand the way of truth. I tell you, a woman who is not married will not enter Zion. That was the proclamation. And was yesterday or day before I was sharing with our sisters something that I saw, that someone received a dream, and the dream was that she was in hell and she saw many married women in hell. And I told them that this is what we have been teaching and preaching, that a woman must be in subjection or she cannot enter the kingdom. I have even went as far as to tell people that you can even know no scriptures at all. No scriptures at all. And be under total subjection to your husband and enter the kingdom. Why? Because the second Adam, Yahushua HaMashiach, it was given to us to overcome the sins of the first Adam. So the first Adam sinned and was under the rulership or the leadership of the woman. The second Adam, now men today have to now rule their women, and the women have to in turn put themselves in subjection to the men in order to be perfected. So the woman of today, yes, you need to know scriptures, and it's nice to know scriptures and everything, but it's more important to be in subjection. Because the aim of Hamashiach is to reverse what was done in the garden. So we have to present ourselves as people who have been perfected from what has been done in the garden. So when it says a woman who is not married will not enter Zion. Now, this marriage is not referring only to the physical marriage. It is the subjection that the woman must have. So the woman, and she asked, what about me? And the Ruach said, cleave to your priest. You see? Cleave to your priest, which is why we teach people. We have been in the assembly and people have argued and quarreled over this thing. We said the assembly is above the marriage of you and your husband, because the assembly is the body of Hamashiach. He never said your marriage is his body. He says the assembly, he is the body. And he says he gave himself for the body, and he is the head of the body. So he's the head over the body, and you are a part of the body. So you being a part of the body, you are not head over the body. You are just a part that helps the functioning and the perfection of the body. So you and your husband have to submit yourselves to the assembly. Now, if you do not have a husband, and this that you just said, I have been preaching this a long time. They said, what if I don't have a husband? I said, be in subjection to the leader of the assembly. You see, the Most High is great. Nobody told me those things. It's the Ruach that's placed it inside of me. Be in subjection. And people look at me and call me, oh, you want to do this and do this, and they curse me with that. But I'm happy for this. Be in subjection to your priest that is the leader of your assembly. And you're in subjection to him doesn't mean you're married to him or have an affair with him. It is being in subjection to the assembly and to the authority of him in the assembly, so that whenever the things that you would have to ask your husband, for example, Shaul says a woman must be silent and must not speak, but she must ask her husband at home. You don't have any husband, so you go to who? The priest, to ask him. Simple. The things that you would do in terms of spiritual things with your husband, that is what you do with the priest. You have a question to ask, you ask him. You don't understand, you ask him. He instructs you in the way, you follow him. That is your way to perfection. And that is the way of a single woman. Because many people believe that when you hear this now, you might say, boy, I must be married. Because there are some people who preach it. I just remember there is one, that man now that preached this. He now going around saying that he is the Messiah. Before he used to preach that he was the Messiah, you know what he used to preach? That a woman must have a husband in order to be saved. And I used to say to him, no boy, I haven't seen anywhere in the scripture where it says a woman must have a husband. Because Shaul says in 1 Corinthians 7 verse 7, for I would that all men were even as myself, that means unmarried. But every man hath his proper gift of allure, one after this manner, and another after that. I say therefore to the unmarried and widows, it is good for them if they abide even as I. Shaul is saying if you're unmarried and you're a widow, it is good for you to remain not having anybody. So if you needed a husband to enter the kingdom, why would Shaul say this? Then Shaul would be false. You see it? But if they cannot contain, let them marry, for it is better to marry than to burn. So it's saying as long as you can contain yourself, keep yourself to yourself. Don't worry about anybody. Yes? So, cleave to your priest. Alright? And that is powerful, and that is simple, short result of this. This is simple and short and powerful. Anything else on this, Kadasa?
No.
Alright. So, thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Thank you to our sister Kadasa, who was here with us, and all the members of the Just a Word family who contribute to Just a Word Prophecy, so that you and I can be edified by these dreams, visions, revelations that the Most High has given unto us to give to you. As she said, the voice said that we must go and tell them that's what she gets, so she speaks. All right, thank you, and please share and subscribe if you have not yet subscribed, and continue to listen to our prophecies. We will try to bring at least one per day because there are so many. Thank you and shalom.